Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm John Tucker along with Paul Sweeney. This is Bloomberg Intelligence, and time to take a look under the hood, some of the stocks that are moving, a more in-depth look. If I hear one more person say they're flying high, I don't know, Christine. But let's go to Delta. Take a deeper look.
Yes, that's right, JT. We got to talk about Delta, right? Best performer in the S&P 500 this morning. Ticker DAL, shares rising more than 13% now. So really extending those opening gains, also hitting a 4-month high on an intraday basis. All good things for the stock after, indeed, the carrier announced that it's restoring its full-year earnings guidance. So now the company is expecting full-year adjusted EPS of $5.25 to $6.25 range for 2025. Bloomberg consensus estimate is slightly on the lower end of that at 535. And some of the analyst commentary here looking positive for Delta as well. Citi saying that overall the quarter looked solid, primarily because of their premium cabin revenue offerings. Now, TD Cowen, though, saying that while this is encouraging as a whole for American carriers, full-service carriers, there is a note of caution because you can't just extrapolate what's good for Delta is good for everyone else unless they have the same kind of premium diverse revenue that Delta is offering here.
Premium cabin, a place I have never visited. And probably never will.
I think for the first time in my life, I've actually paid for a business/first class going over to Italy in the fall. Because every time I've gone to continental Europe, it's been on business.
I was once upgraded to first class. It was the worst thing that ever happened because I was ruined.
Ruined after that.
I could never go back to coach.
You can never go back, but yet you must.
You must. All right, what else you got?
We're also looking at Estee Lauder this morning, ticker EL. Those shares also on the move today, higher by 5%, just over 5% at the moment. And that is because they did get reinstated for coverage at Bank of America Global Research. They're reinstating the coverage with a buy recommendation. Price target also at $110, so about a 23% increase from its current price. Estee Lauder also getting an upgrade to buy at HSBC over the last couple of weeks, and that bank citing the end of a downgrade cycle for the company. We've seen some encouraging signs from consumers in China, which is a very big market for this company. So we'll see if that all comes to fruition. They're going to be expected to report on August 20th.
All right, one more. I think you got Conagra.
That's right. Conagra, ticker CAG. So that's on the downside today. Shares falling about 3% at the moment. So pairing some of those opening losses that we saw earlier, it did hit the lowest since 2012 because of a disappointing profit outlook. The company said that adjusted earnings will be as much as $1.85 a share compared with Wall Street estimates of $2.19 a share. So big disappointment over there. The company also pointing to rising costs from U.S. tariffs, and their customers in particular are cost conscious and wary of inflation and volatility. So they're really vulnerable there. And Barclays was saying that even though the expectations were modest, the guidance still missed those expectations.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.